What's going on? I'm back. I don't know for how long, but I'm gonna play this game called Flinthook. It's a fun game. I've been on the top of the daily leaderboards for this, so I'm gonna do a good old daily. I don't know what's going on with my YouTube channel. I think I've been spending too much time editing because I'll be like, oh, I want to have a hamburger on this guy's face, and it'll take me 10 hours to do, and then I'll look back at it, and it was like a minute in the video, and I just get sad, and I'm like, I'd rather just make videos and do that. So, my build for the daily is simple. I got two shield things. I got the hail shot to give me more combo. I got the double combo to give me more combo. And I'm just getting money. So, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go into this. I think I was looking on the daily leaderboards, and looked like a lot of people died, so, I mean, this isn't too bad. 3 ship. There must be a 5 ship or something later on, but we can do it. We got this. I've been kind of surprised, though, because with the previous dailies, it's like I'll get 3,000 points more than whoever's in second place, which 3,000 points is a lot when you're thinking of, you know, you get 17,000 points, the second place person gets 13,000 or 14,000. That's a big difference. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm just getting a big combo or something like that, but whatever. Oh god, I'm sorry for the burp. These guys are not too bad. There's kind of a glitch that I've noticed where, well, it's not a glitch, it's an exploit. On a daily, if you're looking for high points and you see those pufferfish, they kind of work like the guys in Dig Dug where they unpuff after a little bit, and you can get as much combo as you want just by exploiting that. I'm not doing that though, because, well, I don't hate myself, and I'm just gonna, you know, play the game for the game, not really anything else, but whatever. So far it's been pretty good. I hate these rooms though, especially on the more difficult things, because sometimes they put the lightning, these electricity shots, in just the worst places. You'll just get stuck somewhere. I don't know, my best advice for that is just to go as fast as you can, so you don't have to deal with it. I don't know how easy that is sometimes though. Sometimes it's just, you just can't, but you can grab a shield here. The reason why I'm grabbing all these shields, if you can see my combo, it's already 110 after going through two rooms. So once you get, you know, in the daily challenges, you get 10 points for every 1 combo point you get. So if you get a 400 combo or something like that, that's an extra 4,000 points, which is probably like 3,000 more than someone would get without the double bulwark or something like that. Alright, I haven't seen this room before, but seems to be fairly straightforward. If I can go. There we go. Getting back might be the difficult part, I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if it would get hit here though, like especially here. You know what, I'm fine taking the poison damage. I'm gonna get healed. That's only like minus 10 points. I'd rather take poison damage than lose a shield, so. This room, no, this isn't bad. A lot of these rooms aren't too bad, it's just, you need to lay it out in your head and figure out a game plan first. I always say, in the rooms that you're worried about, just charge in. In the rooms that look easy, you have to take your time. Because the rooms that look easy, usually they're gonna have a trap or something like that. The ones that look difficult are usually just trying to, like, mess with your brain. See, like this one. I don't think it's actually that hard. You just kind of have to go up and down. These extra guys are just kind of here to be annoying, but really, if you're using slow-mo, it's not going to change anything. I think that was a bit close. I probably shouldn't have done that, but hey, it's fine. You know, when you're the world's best, who cares? And I'm saying that extremely sarcastically because I play this on my lunch break at work and that's about it. So, I don't know. Oh, I just realized the problem with this. They're off sync now. It's just a constant barrage. Hopefully, oh, okay, well, I lost my combo. Oh well. I think Is this... Oh, this is multi-branch, so this might not actually be the final boss. I should check. Yeah, no. Okay. Well, see, every time I go in this room, I'm always worried that I'm gonna get stuck on that side wall, but it never happens, so I'm like, I don't know if... Maybe it just doesn't happen. Well, okay, that sounds dumb. Maybe it's a lot harder to have it happen than you'd think. I gotta look at that one again. Let's see if I miss a secret room. Okay, I think I'm gonna get hit here. Oh no, okay. You just need to wait. I hate these electricity things though. They're not too hard, but they just mess with my head for some reason. And these guys are not too bad, you just have to stay in the air. If you're on the ground at all, you're screwed, but just stay in the air, you're good. That's all you gotta do. So, yeah, with the YouTube channel, I know I changed the name and I did a bunch of stuff. I changed it back, but I changed my profile picture to something different because a lot of that stuff, it kind of originates, whatever. It comes from, you know, when I was in grade 10 or something like that. It's a lot different now. That used to be when Minecraft was popular. Now you think of that game, it's like, you know, it's got a lot of stigma to it, surprisingly, but it's a fun game still. I don't want to base my whole channel around that, so I want to try something different. And I figure, you know, might as well do what makes you happy, whatever. I like playing Flinthook. I don't really mind recording it, although if the audio is a bit off, it's because dailies don't work on my desktop. So I have to do this weird thing where I stream from my laptop onto my desktop because my laptop can't record, and then I record on my desktop while playing on my laptop. It's weird, so the sound might be a bit off because I'm streaming. But who cares? If you want to, the whole point of this is because people have been saying I'm cheating at this game, and I want to show you that I'm not. I'm just the best. As usual, I'm being sarcastic, but you know, I'm kind of sad though. I think this game kind of missed its. I think it's a good game. I think it missed a lot of people playing it because there've been a few YouTubers that either think, you know, there's been the whole thing with Dead Cells. Some people think Dead Cells is better, but I don't really think those games are comparable because Dead Cells is a much more incremental kind of, I don't want to say flashy, but you know what I mean in that sense, game. It's got its own sort of feel to it. Flinthook, I'd say, is a lot more movement-based, whereas Dead Cells seems like it's got more of a Dark Souls aspect to it, where you're a bit slower, but you have to plan out your attacks more carefully. So I think they're a lot different. It's like Awesomenauts versus League of Legends. Like, they look the same on the outside, but there's a lot of differences. The main similarity is just the whole roguelite thing. So I don't know though. That's just my opinion. I might be a bit biased because I've played this game so much, so I've been enjoying it a lot. But I think it deserves more credit than it's been given. So I don't know, we're chugging away. We got 114 combo. I'd like to get between 300 and 400, you know. 300 I'd be happy with, but 400 would be, you know, when I'd actually, like at the end I'd be happy with 300 combo, but I always aim for 400 plus because that's more of an accomplishment in my mind. I understand that. I know I don't really need to see those tips, but I kind of like just in case there's something I missed. I don't think there's anything that would really be that helpful, but since I've already been through all the story mode. And also, okay, another thing about the YouTube channel, I only got like 300 subscribers, so kind of another thing was that I figured I have some leeway to kind of do whatever I want, because 300 subscribers is a lot, but it's not like I'm gonna do a it's not like I'm gonna kill my channel that is barely even started to begin with, so I don't know though. I've been thinking of making a new channel and keeping this channel the way it used to be. I don't know if I'd upload that many videos to it, but my whole problem is I like uploading videos more than 10 minutes and all that kind of thing, and if I make a new channel, then that's gonna change everything, so I think that my old videos have a certain charm to them, but I personally don't really... Oh, that was really dumb. I personally am not a fan of my old videos, honestly. There's some videos that are kind of in-jokes that are kind of funny in my mind, but I just think that my mannerisms were a bit silly, which honestly, like, that's fine. But I think I overdid it a bit, you know? I think if I could redo it, I'd try and be more genuine. But then, when I'm being genuine, sometimes that sounds a bit silly, you know? So, it's kind of hard when you're doing YouTube and stuff, which you're trying to make your own sort of style. But sometimes, you know, you grow out of it, or something happens that makes you want to change it up, but you don't want to disappoint people and stuff, you know? So, it's a hard balance. But, again, you know, it's not like I'm some YouTube celebrity extraordinaire. I make a video maybe every like 2 months that it's like a fart sound on a soundboard or something. I don't know. So whatever. I figure there might not even be. For example, the previous daily there wasn't any commentary, and I might just do that sometimes. And if people like the commentary, I can keep it in. But I figure the whole point of this is to just help people if they're having trouble with Flinthook or having trouble with games. I can kind of show them some tips. And I don't think you really need commentary over that sometimes. It's just more of a watch and see how to do it. But people disagree with that, and that's fine. And I can... Oh, God. That's when you don't get greedy. I can adapt to whatever people want if people actually want something. It's just, you know, you barely ever get feedback on this kind of thing. And the other problem with feedback is that some people will want you to do things that you don't want to do. And, for example, someone wanted me to make a YouTube poop of VeggieTales, which honestly, the YouTube poop thing was kind of an ironic thing anyways. I wasn't intending to make that a big thing. I was just kind of... I wanted to see how my editing skills were in terms of... It's kind of fun to just throw whatever you can at a video and see what happens. But once it got to the point where I was making an Everybody Loves Raymond YouTube poop, where I had to watch 14 episodes in a row of Everybody Loves Raymond to make one video, I started to get tired of it. And, you know, making one of VeggieTales was even more difficult because it's already packed with jokes and stuff. I don't know if... I'm not gonna say whether or not I enjoyed the jokes. You can, you know, you can think of that yourself, because there's a lot of people that like it, and I'm not faulting you for it. And I'm not even saying it's a bad show. It's just, I'm not, you know, I'm not a 12-year... I'm 12-year... No. I'm not an, like, 8-year-old. So it's not directed towards my demographic, you know? So, I don't want to watch 8 hours of VeggieTales. That's just where I draw the line, you know? I gotta look at my life and think, what am I doing? So... Anyways, this is probably just makes absolutely no sense, but self-depreciation aside, I hate this room. It's the thing I like about Flinthook, though. This is a good room as an example. Is that at least in the story mode with the ships, they really build you up for this stuff. Because, for example, this room started off with no hazards at all, and then they added the shooty things. And then they added some spike traps that were pressure plates, so you immediately thought, okay, I need to be careful of those. And then they replaced the pressure plates with spikes. Okay, I don't know what to do with this room. I'm just gonna go. Yeah, that was expected. Also, I'm gonna try and get those Steam notifications to stop popping up, because I don't really want that to go. But yeah, but I like the way they give you. Oh, sorry about that. They give you a room layout, and you know, they kind of teach you. I hate to compare it to Dark Souls, but a few people have been. They give you a room layout that, or something that seems pretty easy, and then they incrementally add something to it. I guess it's more similar to Monster Hunter in a way, but this is a deceivingly difficult game. You know, when you look at the graphics and everything, it looks very innocent, but a lot of the platforming and just the pace of it is pretty... Oh, God. It's pretty, difficult. A lot of the time you look at it, and, I mean, if someone's doing well at it, it looks a bit easier, but for example, that kind of thing, and that, jeez, I didn't think I was going to get out of that one. It requires a lot of focus and a lot of practice to figure out the controls, because they're not difficult controls, but they definitely take a bit of getting used to, you know? I love this shield. Okay, I never know which one of these gives me more. I think it was the other one, but I wanted to try it. I think it kind of solidifies that it was the other one that gives me more gold. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know. It gives you that incremental gain. I'm playing with the default controller controls, which a lot of people have said are the worst control scheme. Is the worst control scheme in this game, but I honestly am a big fan of it. I think it helps you with hooking, because using the keyboard and mouse, you have better control over shooting, because your aiming and your movement are both bound to the same. Your aim and movement are both bound to the same stick on the controller with default controls, but you're also a lot better at figuring out sort of what direction you're going, that kind of thing. And I mean, I should switch to the dual stick controls, honestly, but I don't know, I'm used to it. I'm still getting first in the dailies, so if that starts changing, then I might change it up, but, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Do whatever you want. And I don't know, I just feel like... Oh. I'll be back. Oh, we're back. Again, I'm streaming from my laptop. I plugged in the cord, but I didn't plug the cord to the wall for my power. So, yeah, that was smart of me. I'm gonna go... What should I do? I want to go back to that one room, but I know it wraps around, so I'm not entirely sure. I forgot to get the map, which is why I'm not sure. Yeah, I should go down. Let's go down. And, yeah, another thing with commentary, sometimes it makes it more difficult to play the game, because I've definitely seen this a lot on YouTube, where you're a lot more distracted with what you're gonna say. You wanna keep talking for the whole time. I wanna make it interesting. So, I might do these post-game, or I might do these during. This room sucks. Okay, I know this deal. I'm just gonna plow through that. I've done it before. I've done a slightly more difficult version, but by slightly more difficult, I mean there's more spikes, but it is basically the same. I kind of want to... Never mind. I tried to be fancy. I tried to be fancy and go with it the slow-mo, but it's useful with the slow-mo. So that room, if you don't have a ridiculous amount of time in that room, like practicing that, just don't go in it, because you will die. And I don't even mean that difficulty of the room. Any type of room like that you drop down and there's only spikes and hooks that are like on top of each other, just don't go into it right now, because you will die. When I started off, I think when I was level 30 and that kind of thing, I just went in there. I knew what to do. I think I just wasn't using slow-mo enough, and I didn't know sort of where I should hook. But I'd be at like 140 health, and I'd just die from that room because I just didn't know what to do. So don't count yourself out if you can't do that room, because most people can't. Okay, I have not seen this room before. I see what I'm supposed to do, but I am going to screw it up because I'm impatient. So let's go. Let's do it. There we go. There we go. I can afford it though. What's 80 points? What's 80 health to a person when I'm getting like 3,000 points more than second place? I don't mean to, by the way, if I haven't said this enough, I don't mean to sound like I'm putting people down or anything like that. I'm honestly just joking, but it's just sometimes I was playing this game called Exploding Kittens with my friends, and that's a very I would say it's a very chance-based game, but I was winning a lot. And you know, sometimes it's fun to just be like way too cheeky, although it obviously annoys people. But As long as you don't make that your personality, you just do it every once in a while. I don't think people care that much. It's just, I'm gonna use this so I, oh, well, it didn't matter. So sometimes it's just gonna be cheeky. I don't care. If it seems like I'm coming off as a jerk, I don't mean to. It's just fun sometimes. Nice key. My voice is horrible. I gotta clear my voice. See, okay, those spike balls, going back, I always think I'm gonna hit them when I'm going through. But it never happens. It's like that other thing I was talking about that I forget what I was talking about. It's like, you wait for it to go, oh, and then it taps your hair, but it never hits you. It's kind of smart, honestly, unless, I don't know, unless other people have been having problems with it, in which case, I'm sorry for that. Wow, that was a bad hit. Honestly, that was a bad hit, but I think right now I've got enough max combo, I've got enough of everything that I'm probably gonna do fine. I think some people will have trouble with this, because this is the last ship, I think. Is it the last ship? Yeah, I think it's the last ship. I think some people have had trouble with a lot of those puzzle rooms, and there were some enemies that were a bit tricky. Especially any room that you have to go through that's usually a puzzle room, some people might have skipped those when they were a puzzle room, so now they're just gonna have a lot of trouble because they didn't really give it a chance before. That's why I go into every one of those rooms, not just because of the points, but because I figure it's part of the game. If I'm not gonna go for it, obviously if I'm at 20 health or something like that, maybe not, but you know, it's part of the game. If I'm at a good health, like let's say 50 or up, and I'm not gonna go for it, then it's just gonna hurt me later, because either way I'm gonna have to go through it eventually, right? That's similar to my philosophy with playing this game when you start off. I always think it's a good idea to, it sounds funny, but to just try and make yourself look cool. Because then you're jumping around, you figure out how to hook a bit better. You definitely figure out how to use a slow-mo, because that looks really cool. And I don't really think I need it, but I'm just gonna grab all this. A lot of the time, just trying to look cool, it ends up being kind of a catalyst for learning how to play the game better, because then you can do stuff, well, okay, now I'm just gonna use this, but you know, you can do a lot of tricky things. There's a lot of enemies that you benefit from moving around a lot, and so if you stay on the ground just playing it safe a lot of the time, that might help you early on, but later on when you get against these difficult enemies, or even these guys who aren't really that bad, you're not gonna know how to get around it without getting hit. I really wish it'd stop with those notifications. Yeah, anyways, we're gonna get through it. Easy money. Still at 200 health. What about it? You know what? Don't even talk to me. Don't talk to me or my friends until you've got at least 30,000 points on a daily. That's actually not possible. If you see someone with that, they're liars, but whatever. 15,894%. Oh, 16,853. I don't get how the XP and the score works with that, but we are about 3,700 points above second place, so yeah, obviously it's not the end of the day, so it might change. Also, last in time, so there goes my ego, but hey, I was going for points, not time, so at the end of the day, it's a bit of a give and take. Anyways, if anyone did enjoy this, please, I'm not trying to pander or anything, but I'd like to get some feedback. I'm not saying rate, comment, subscribe, I'm just saying, like, give me something if you like it, because, you know, I want to try this again. So, have a nice day, my friends. That was the worst impression possible.